Hi friends, Marcy here. I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Welcome to my bedroom and happy 4th of July. It's coming up, so this yoga HIIT class today has a little patriotic flair, calling this Stars and Stripes Forever. You're gonna need a couple of dumbbells for this class. I'm going with a set of 5s, which are kind of light for me. You probably want anything from 5 to 15. So go ahead and grab your dumbbells, get some water, and meet me on the mat. We're gonna go ahead and start out on our back today. And we will just warm up with a little bit of core work with some American Eagle crunches. So lay down on your back. Go ahead and lift your shins. And we're going to take a reclined eagle pose. So right leg's going to come over left, and maybe you can hook that foot. Arms are going to come up overhead. Take your right arm underneath your left and bring your palms together or as close as you can. From here, as you inhale, I want you to reach your toes toward the front of your mat and reach your fingers to the back of your mat. As you exhale, you're going to bring your elbows to your knees, lifting your shoulders off the mat. Good, let's do this 5 times. Inhale, toes forward, fingers back, and exhale, crunch it in. Good, inhale, release, and exhale, crunch. 2 more on this side. Inhale, exhale, crunch. Last time, inhale, and exhale, crunch. Good, inhale, unwind, switch legs. So this time, left leg is going to come around. And left arm's gonna come under. Bringing your palms together, we got 5 total. So as you inhale, fingers back, toes forward. And as you exhale, lift the chest, bring the knees to the elbows. Good, inhale. And exhale, crunch it in. That's 2, 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, crunch it in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Good, inhale. And then exhale, crunch it in. Good, inhale, release, stretch it out. Bend the knees. Go ahead and rock yourself up. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Plant the palms. Go ahead and step the feet back. And then lift the hips. Start to pedal out the feet. And just loosen up the legs. So as always, with these yoga HIIT classes, we'll do a little bit of dynamic movement just to warm up, get the blood flowing. We'll move through the sequence today first without weights, and then we'll go ahead and add the weights, and then we'll also do some high intensity intervals, which today are very stars and stripey. Good. On your next exhale, go ahead and step your right foot forward, drop your left knee, and just a few times shift back into a half split and shift forward into a low lunge. So really just loosening things up, getting the blood flowing. Nice. And then as you're ready, slide forward. We're going to take it into a yogi squat. You can walk that right foot out, maybe turn the toes off the mat. Bring the right arm in and step the left foot up. So come into a squat here. This first squat, maybe shift a little bit side to side. As you're ready, bring the elbows in between the thighs. Go ahead and open up the inner thighs, lift the chest, so heart's going to come toward the thumbs. Good, and then exhale, fold. Lift the hips, walk the feet in. Maybe shake it out a little bit here, bend the knees. Good, come to center, both knees bent, bring the hands to the hips. Drive through the heels, come all the way up to standing. Let's work into the shoulders just a little bit. As you inhale, stretch the arms forward and up. As you exhale, cactus the arms down, come to mountain pose. Couple more times. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, cactus down. Last time, inhale, forward and up. Exhale, cactus down. Good, this time inhale forward and up. And then as you exhale, come back into a fold. Inhale, half lift, slide your chest forward, long spine. And then exhale, plank. Inhale in your plank. And as you exhale, drop the knees, unhook the toes, and come all the way down for cobra. Good, little cobra, lift the chest, inhale. With the palms, great action as if you're trying to pull back. Good, so sending the heart forward and getting into the backs of the shoulders. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Take a moment in down dog. Fingers are stretching wide with the palms, thinking about pushing the mat forward. Lift up through the hips. Good. And then from here, look between the hands, step the left foot forward and drop the right knee down. A few times on your own, shift forward and back. Next time you come forward, stay. You can walk the left foot out, maybe turning the toes out a bit. Left arm comes in. We're going back to that yogi squat. Drop the hips, lift the chest. Again, maybe shift a little bit side to side. Good, and then from here, I want you to press through the heels and come all the way up to standing. Walk the feet in. Inhale, stretch the arms up. This time with your right hand, catch your left wrist. Give the wrist a little bit of a tug and then take it into a side bend. Good, inhale, center. Grab the right wrist with your left hand. Give it a little tug up and then take it over into a side bend. Nice, inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Let's do one sun A before we get into today's sequence. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Chest lifts, shoulders draw back. And then exhale, step to plank. Inhale in your plank. And then exhale, chaturanga, or you can come all the way down. As you inhale, up dog or cobra pose, and then down dog as you exhale. Good, so we're gonna move through today's sequence one time first with no weights, and then we'll go ahead and add those weights. So as you inhale, look forward, and then as you exhale, go ahead and step or hop into a forward fold. Feet about hips width here. Bend the knees, inhale, come to chair pose. Good, lift the chest, draw the base of the skull back. And then again, if it's not too pinchy on the arms, really reach through your fingers. Good, one more inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to take the left foot and I want you to take a big step back. Spin that left heel down. And then bring the shoulders over your hips and find a warrior one. Good, long spine, steady breath. That left glute is nice and engaged. Good, one more inhale. As you exhale, bring your palms together, draw your thumbs to the heart. Good, inhale, pivot the left foot. So come into basically a crescent lunge. And then as you exhale, push off, find warrior three pose. Good, chest is lifting up, shoulders are drawing back. Drive through this right heel and come all the way up to standing. So full hip extension at the top. Inhale. As you exhale, right back to warrior three. Good, inhale, warrior three. Last time, exhale, drive through that right heel. Come all the way back up and plant that left foot right underneath the left hip. Other side, inhale, come into chair pose. So lift the chest and drop the hips. Good, as you exhale, right foot's gonna step back and then spin the heel down. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Good, that right thigh is firm, that right glute is firm, front of the hips lifting up. Good, inhale. As you exhale, bring the palms together, bring the thumbs to your heart, and then pivot onto the ball of your right foot. Inhale. Exhale, push off. Whoop, warrior three pose. Good, chest is lifting. Nice and steady breath. Drive through that left heel and come all the way up. Full hip extension at the top. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips and return to warrior three. Good, inhale. Last time, exhale, drive through that heel and come back up to standing. Right foot's gonna come underneath the hips. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, down dog or chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Good, so we have one more short sequence we're gonna move through on each side. As you inhale, stretch your right foot up. As you exhale, bring that right knee to your left elbow. Your shoulders are gonna shift forward over the wrist. From here, roll onto the big toe side of that left foot. Lift the left arm up and then kick the right foot out for a variation of fallen star. If you can, keep the right leg floating. If it's too challenging, rest the foot on the floor. Good, inhale. As you exhale, left hand down, right leg goes back up. Look forward on your inhale, and exhale, step that right leg all the way through. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Good, steady breath. Turn the palms forward. As you exhale, I want you to pull the arms into cactus and bend the left knee. In fact, take that left knee all the way down to the mat. Good, inhale, come back up. One more time, exhale, arms cactus, left knee taps. But this time as you inhale, I want you to turn and come to star pose. Good, star pose. From your star pose, bring your hands to your heart, and then you're gonna bend the left knee. Let's come to a side lunge. Good, a little stretch on that inner right thigh. Chest is lifting. Come on to the heel of the right foot. And from here, push into a warrior two. Good. Long spine here. Feet are firm in the mat. Inhale, reverse warrior, little side stretch on the right. And then as you exhale, spin the palms down and step to plank. Inhale in your plank. As you exhale, downward dog or chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Nice. All right, same thing, left side. Left leg lifts as you inhale. As you exhale, the left knee is going to come across the body to this right elbow. Good. Big toe side of the right foot. Drop it to the mat. Lift the right arm. And then extend that left foot forward for fallen star. If you can, keep the leg lifted. If this is too much, let the pinky side of the foot rest. Good. Come back to a three-legged dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step it through. We're going to crescent. Inhale, come up. Crescent lunge. Nice. Palms face forward. As you exhale, you're going to pull into cactus. Right knee's going to tap the mat. Good. Inhale, come back. This time, exhale, pull down. Right knee's going to tap the mat. And then you're going to pivot to star. Nice. From here, hands to your heart. You're going to take it to a side lunge toward the back of the mat. So this right leg is bent, left leg is straight. Good. Come up onto the heel of that left foot and then just push your way back into warrior two. Mindful of where your feet go. So find that good warrior two stance. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, palms to the mat and step to plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog, or again, chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Really nice. All right, so we're gonna come back to those two sequences in just a bit. But first, we're gonna do a little high intensity interval. We're gonna do a Tabata. So let me get my timer out. It's gonna be 8 rounds, and we're gonna do 2 different exercises. So the first exercise we're gonna do is a firecracker squat. You're gonna come down into a squat, and then you're gonna explode up. All right? If you're like, I'm not really gonna jump today, totally fine. Your option for non-jumping would be to squat down and then just come up like a star. You don't need to jump, but maybe come up onto your toes. All right, second exercise we're gonna do are star push-ups. So we'll start in a plank on your knees or on your toes. You're gonna give me a push-up, and then you're gonna turn to the side for a side plank with a lifted leg. Push-up, turn to the side, side plank with a lifted leg. Obviously, you can do push-ups and or side plank on your knees. So that would look like this. Push-up on the knees, side plank with the knee down to a star, push-up on the knees, side plank. All right, we've got 4 rounds of each exercise. We'll start with that firecracker squat first. Going in 3, 2, 1. Good. Squat down, explode up. Squat and explode. Squat, explode. Whew. Good. Rest. We're going to go to those star push-ups. Knees or toes, 20 seconds, go. So push up, turn to your side plank with that lifted leg. Push up, side plank, lifted leg. Do this on your knees, on your toes, maybe a combination of the two. Good. Rest, rest, rest. Whew. Back to those firecracker squats. Go. Squat down, explode. Squat and explode. 10 seconds. Again, if you don't want to jump, squat and reach out wide. Nice. Rest. Halfway there. Back to those push-up, star push-ups. So push up, side plank with a star. Push up, side plank with a star. Almost there. 3 seconds. Good. Rest. Those of you know me, I'm in Albuquerque now, but I'm still not used to the elevation. Good. Firecracker squats. I'm dying here, people. If you're dying too, we're dying together. But we got this. Squat down and explode. Squat, explode. 3 seconds. Good. All right. We're resting. Good. Star push-ups. Let's do it. Push up, side plank with a lifted leg. Push up, side plank, lifted leg. Rest. Last round of those firecracker squats. 2, go. Squat and come up and explode. Whew. 3 seconds. One more second. Good. I cheated myself after a couple of seconds. We're resting though. Last round. Star push-ups. Go. Push up. Side plank, lifted leg. You got this. You have 3 seconds. Good. Take a break. Take a break. Grab some water. You're going to want your weights at the top of the mat where you can reach them. I'm going to get a sip. I'm going to catch my breath. And we're going to move on. We'll meet in downward dog. Good. So downward dog as you're ready. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. And then exhale, step or hop into your fold. Bend your knees, grab your weights. Feet are going to be hips distance, and you're going to come into Utkatasana, chair pose. So chest is lifted. Weights are in the hands. Arms are going to come out right in front of you. Elbows soft, palms face each other. Reverse fly. Give me 8 to 12 of these. So you're going to open up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. That's 8 for me. I'm going to go to 10 today. Kind of meet you in the middle. When you finish your set, take both of your weights into your left hand. Right hand's going to come to your right thigh. You're going to step the left leg back. Find that warrior one stance with your legs, but you're going to stay with your shoulders in front of your hips. Spine is long. Lawnmower rows, 8 to 12. Weight down, pull back. Upper arm is just going to graze your rib cage or your t-shirt. I think that's 5 for me. Good. Take the weights into both hands. From here, you're going to pivot onto the ball of your left foot. Lift the chest. Weights are going to come onto either side of your right thigh. Go ahead and push off into your warrior 3. And then from here, it's a single leg Romanian deadlift. So you're going to press through that right heel, come all the way up, and then hinge at the hips and come back to warrior 3. Good. So again, 8 to 12 of these. You want to keep your spine long. You want to keep your chest lifted. Slight action of the arms is almost as if you're trying to pull back so that the lats are engaged as well. So really working that whole posterior chain with this exercise, as well as working your balance. Woo, as I talk about balance, I about fall. One more for me. Good. When you finish, feet underneath the hips. We're going to go back to chair pose. So hips back, chest is lifted. Arms are going to come out in front of you. This time I want your knuckles to face forward. We're going to do a high pull. So as you pull back, elbows are going to come wide and outside your shoulders. Wrists are going to be neutral, so you don't need to cock your wrists back. Good. Arms extend forward and pull back. Just a high pull here. 8 to 12. Nice. When you finish, both weights into your right hand to left thigh. Right leg's gonna step back, big step back. Find that warrior two stance, but you're gonna still be leaning forward with a nice long spine. Lawnmower rows, 8 to 12. Whatever you did on the other side, again, upper arm bone grazing your rib cage. Good, that was my 10. So I'm gonna take weights into both hands. I'm gonna lift my right heel, keep my chest lifted, and come into warrior three pose. Good, shoulder blades are drawing together and a little bit back, so lats are engaged. Drive through the left heel, come all the way up, full hip extension at the top, and then back to warrior three. 8 to 12, whatever you did on the other side. Try to keep the spine long. Try to avoid letting the weights round your shoulders. So shoulder blades are pulling back. I think that's 7 for me. I'm going to 10. Nice. When you're done, bend the knees, weights out in front of you, plant the palms, and down dog, or of course, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. We got more push-ups to come, so no need to overdo it. Grab a sip of water if you need to, towel off. Pause the video, downward dog when you're ready. Right leg's gonna lift. Take your right knee across the body to that left elbow. So we're gonna come into fallen star, roll into the big toe side of the left foot, left arm lifts, and then if you can, extend the right leg, but don't drop the leg to the mat. From here, 8 to 12 pulses, big toe, inner heel is lifting toward your ceiling. Good. When you're done, three-legged dog, right leg back into the air. Step it through for crescent. Grab those weights. Come up to crescent lunge. From here, I call these swimmer's lunges. So you're gonna bring the weights up to your shoulders. Soft part of your wrists is gonna be facing your shoulders. Left knee is gonna bend. You're gonna drop straight down. As you come up, you're gonna turn, press overhead. Good, pull the weights back to your shoulders, press overhead. So there's some rotation in the arms as you move the weights. Eight to 12. Good, and then when you think you've done the last one, I want you to come down one more time. And this time, when you come up, you're gonna turn star pose. Good, bring the weights to the hips now. And then come into this side lunge to the left, so to the back of your mat. You're gonna push off on this left foot, and you're gonna reach the pinky side of the foot up into your ceiling. So it's gonna be a push, and then you'll drop back down. So working that outer thigh, 8 to 12. Good. When you finish, you're gonna look to the front of your mat, lift the ball of the foot, the toes, and go ahead and turn your legs into warrior two. Bring the arms though in front of your body and give me 8 to 12 bicep curls. Sun's out, guns out. Good. When you finish, you're gonna bring the right weight to your shoulder and then press up and give me 8 to 12 tricep extensions. Good, bring both weights to your chest, pivot onto the ball of that left foot. Go ahead and put the weights down in front of your mat. Meet me in plank pose. From plank pose, drop the right elbow down, drop the left elbow down. Come to a forearm plank. Good, and then from here, you're gonna hinge forward onto the toes and then press back through the heels. As you do this, firm your thighs, firm your glutes, and you're really shifting straight forward, straight back on an even plane. You're not lifting up your hips. Forward, back, shoulders and hips stay on the same plane. Good, one more. And then bring shoulders over elbows, knees down, unhook the toes. Go ahead and give me a Sphinx pose here. Outer wrist pull, press down and pull back. Nice. Downward dog. Let's do that on the other leg. Inhale, left leg up. As you exhale, send the left knee to the right elbow. Roll onto the big toe side of that right foot. Right arm to the sky. Extend the left leg, fallen star. Good, and then 8 to 12 times that inner foot, you're gonna reach up to the ceiling. And then three-legged dog when you're done. Right foot steps through, just kidding, left foot steps through, grab your weights. Come up for crescent lunge. Swimmer's lunges, so inner wrist comes to the shoulder, front of the shoulders. Right knee bends. And then as you come up, you're gonna turn the inner wrist out. Good, pull in, press out. 8 to 12. See if you can get that right knee to tap the mat. And you're going straight down and straight up with your lunge. So when you've done your 8 to 12, come down one more time and then pivot into star pose. Hello. All right, weights to your hips. We're gonna take it to that side lunge on the right. You're gonna push off on this right foot and reach. Really reach the pinky toe side of that foot up. Nice long leg. 8 to 12. Good, land in that side lunge. Come up onto the heel of your left foot and just push your way back into a warrior two base. But arms are gonna come out in front of you. Bicep curls, 8 to 12. Good, that was 10 for me. When you're done, you're gonna take it into tricep extension. So left arm up, bend and extend. Good. Weight behind the head, 8 to 12 times. Press it up to the ceiling. When you've done your 8 to 12, bring both weights to your chest. Go ahead and lift that right heel so you're turning toward your mat again. And put the weights down. Come into plank pose. Good, so from high plank, bring it down to a forearm plank. And we're gonna do a little army crawl here in honor of the 4th of July. So from here, I want you just to walk your plank back as far as you can. You may not have a lot of room, I don't. And then you're gonna walk it forward. Let's just do that one more time. So walk your plank back. I'm running into the wall here. So when you're ready, walk your plank forward and then knees down. Unhook the toes. Give me a Sphinx pose. Press down, pull back, lift the chest. And then down dog or child's pose. We're gonna do one last Tabata, so a little bit of high intensity interval training for you. 2 exercises just like the first one. I'm gonna grab a little sip. So the 2 exercises we're gonna do star jacks, and then we're gonna do something that I call stars and stripes. So star jacks is like a regular jumpy jack, except you're gonna channel your inner cheerleader and you're gonna come up like a star. That's a lot for me. I probably will not maintain it. So a good option for you is to just explode and tap out. So instead of arms coming together, they're coming out like a star. Second exercise, stars and stripes. You're gonna lay on your belly. You're gonna come into a locust pose, but with arms and legs outstretched. And then you're gonna come into a plank. So, locust and plank. Essentially, a reverse push-up. If you need to come into that plank with your knees down, great. Then you can go ahead and lift the knees. Let's do it. Starting my timer. All right, I got my timer ready. I'm gonna go ahead and press. We're gonna go in 5 seconds. We'll start with those star jacks. Good. You can embrace your inner cheerleader, or you can take it here. So we got 20 seconds either way. Maybe you do what I'm doing and you do a little bit of both. Take a break. Stars and stripes next. Go ahead and get to your belly. Good. Lift the chest, spread the legs, spread the arms, come into your plank. So your star and your stripe. Star, stripe. Good, rest. Back to our star jacks. Go. Channel that cheerleader, or take it here. Both are great. I'm gonna do a little bit of both. Again, I'm working at high elevation. Woo! Take a break. Someday I'll get used to it. I know I will, but I've only been here about a month and a half. Stars and stripes to your belly. Good. Your locust, and then your stripe. We got 5 seconds. Good. Rest. We're going for star jacks next. We're halfway there. Channel your cheerleader, explode into your star, or tap it out with big arms. Take up some space. 3 seconds. Good, rest. To your belly when you're ready. Let's go. Star and stripe. Star, stripe. I told you we had a lot of push-ups. Rest. All right. Star jacks. 2 seconds. Go. Almost there. 8 seconds. I'm gonna take it low. 3 seconds. Rest. Whew. All right. Taking it to stars and stripes. Good. Star, your locust. Come into your plank. Your stripe. Star, stripe. This is our last round. Good. Nice work. Grab water. Towel off. I'm going to put this away. All right. One last round with the weights. Downward dog when you're ready. Good. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, end up in a forward fold. You can step into it or hop into it. Bend your knees, grab your weights, come into chair pose, feet about the width of the hips. Good, arms out in front of you. Another round of those reverse flies. So palms face each other. You're gonna open up the chest, bring your shoulder blades together. 8 to 12. Good. When you finish, same thing, weights in the left hand, right hand on the thigh, left leg, big step back into that warrior one stance. Keep the spine long and give me 8 to 12 lawnmower rows. Nice. When you finish your lawnmower rows, take the weights into both hands. Go ahead and lift that left heel. Arms are going to come on either side of that right thigh. Lift the chest, pull back just a little bit so those lats are engaged as well. Keep that. Come into your warrior three. Good. So single leg, Romanian deadlift. Give me 6 to 10. Nice and steady, keeping that left leg strong. So firm that thigh, firm the glute. Good. When you've done your 6 to 8, feet come underneath the hips. So plant both feet. And drop the hips back, keep the chest lifted back to Utkatasana, chair pose. Arms out in front of you, knuckles face forward. Give me that wide row or that high pull. So keeping the wrists neutral, keeping the spine long. Just squeezing those shoulder blades together. Good. When you've done 8 to 12, both weights into the right hand to left thigh. Big step back with that right leg, heel down. Come into this warrior one stance. Spine long. Start your lawnmower. 8 to 12. Good. Take both weights, one weight in each hand. Lift the right heel, lift the chest, little pull back with the arms, maintaining that. And then 6 to 8 of these Romanian deadlifts. Good. When you're done, feet underneath your hips. Bend the knees, weights down, step to plank. Inhale in your plank, and then exhale, down dog, or go ahead and take that flow if you want it. Nice. So we are done with the weights here. End up in downward facing dog. Press through the palms, lift through the hips. Take a few falling out breaths here. So breathe in through the nose and then let it just fall out the mouth. So we're going to start cooling things down. So that first that sequence we did with Warrior 2 and Crescent, we're going to do that again just to kind of wind things down, but we're not going to use the weights. And we're not going to do Fallen Star. Good. As you're ready, right leg lifts. Inhale. As you exhale, step the foot through for Crescent. And then inhale, come up, Crescent Lunge. Good. As you exhale, just one time, you're going to pull down into Cactus. Left knee taps the mat. And then you'll pivot to the left. Find that star pose. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, come to a side lunge here. Really open up that inner right thigh. Inhale, lift the front of that right foot. And then exhale, come into your Warrior 2. Good. Inhale, reverse your Warrior. Stretch up and back. And then exhale, hands to the mat. We'll meet in downward facing dog. If you didn't get enough push-ups today, go ahead and take another chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Good. Down dog. When you're ready, take a moment, notice the breath. Again, we're trying to go back to that nice steady breath of Sun A. Falling out breath if you need it. Good. Let's do the other side. Left leg lifts as you inhale. Exhale, step it all the way through for Crescent. Inhale, Crescent Lunge, stretch up. As you exhale, Cactus the arms, right knee taps the mat. And then inhale, turn to star. Good. Exhale, give me a side lunge to the back of the mat. Inhale, look forward, lift the front of that left foot. And exhale, Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse Warrior. And then exhale, frame the foot. Last vinyasa if you want it. Child's pose if you want it. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Good. From downward facing dog, lift the right leg up and take that right leg to pigeon. So right knee behind the right wrist. Hips are level here, hips are equally weighted. You can kind of shimmy or whatever you need to do. From here, go ahead and walk it down to the forearms. If you would like, move those weights out of the way. You can walk it all the way down to your forehead. Just a few cycles of breath here in our pigeon pose. Nice steady breath, same breath as Sun A. So smooth and even. Good. As you're ready, come up. We're going to take this into a seated twist. So you're going to shift your way onto this right hip. And then this left leg, swing it all the way around. Before you take the twist, sit up nice and tall. So Crown of the head is going to reach toward your ceiling. Good, big inhale, and then as you empty out on the exhale, left hand can come behind you, and maybe right arm will just rest on the knee. Good, one more cycle of breath in this twist. Unwind. Left leg's gonna swing back around. Downward dog. Good, let's do that on the left. As you inhale, left leg up. And then exhale, take the leg to pigeon. So bringing the left knee behind the left wrist. And then again, we wanna be equally weighted in the hips. So left hip is not taking more weight than right hip and vice versa. So whatever little shimmy you need to do to level off your hips. You can stay lifted or come down to the forearms. You can also walk it all the way down. Rest your forehead on the mat. I'm going to stay up though because I'm afraid that if I rest my forehead too close to the mic, you're just going to hear me heavy breathing. No one wants to hear that, trust me. Good, smooth, steady breath. So really as you inhale through the nose, sending air all the way down to the tops of the hips and filling all the way up to the collarbones. And exhaling, emptying out, same pace. Good, walk it up as you're ready. Seated twist, so shift, now you can shift all your weight into this left hip. Right leg will swing around. Sit up tall as you inhale, so crown is lengthening up as if you had a string on your head and someone was just pulling you straight up. And then as you exhale, go ahead and twist. Good. Left arm, just do what's comfortable. You can look over your shoulder. I'm just gonna look at you here, look right into the camera. See all of you in your living rooms. Good, as you're ready, unwind, uncross your legs. Go ahead and reach behind your thighs and rock all the way down. From here, if you want it, maybe a happy baby pose or any other thing that you need. When you feel like your practice is complete, go ahead and find Shavasana. However you want to get there. You're at home, feel free to take legs up the wall. When you get to your Shavasana, let your whole body soften and close the eyes. And don't worry so much about controlling the breath here in Shavasana. Just allow yourself to return to a nice, natural breath. If you're at home and you have the luxury of a long Shavasana, please take it. I'm going to bring you out of Shavasana in not too long, maybe 30 seconds. You're welcome to, of course, ignore me at any time. If you're ready to come back, do so slowly. Start with just some wiggling of your fingers and your toes. Start to take some deeper breaths. On that next inhale, wake up, stretch, arms overhead, toes reach to the front of your mat. Good. As you exhale, knees bend, roll onto your side. And then press through your palms and sit up. Happy 4th of July, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day filled with ice cream and family and friends, and that you're safe. Thank you for joining me today in this yoga HIIT class. Bringing my thumbs to third eye center, I bow forward to honor you. Namaste. Have a great week, y'all.